All right, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm putting together a Frankenstein build. Basically, I'm calling this a Frankenstein build because I'm putting together a whole bunch of spare parts that I have to make a PC, and hopefully they mesh well together. Now, the reason I'm doing this because I haven't built a PC in about a month. I took on a different project, and that project has been very difficult, and it's been costing me a lot of time and effort. So I just planned on putting together a PC, put it on the marketplace, and try to flip it just to get some money in my pocket. But so basically, I have to go through this entire closet for my spare parts. Well, I don't have to go to the entire closet, but most of them is in this closet. I have a whole bunch of like random GPUs up in here, some like SSDs, and I'm pretty sure I have a CPU up in here. Now the craziest thing is all these parts was purchased last year, so they were before all the tariffs came in, so I got some decent prices on them. But you can actually contrast on what I got in the past to now to see how well those tariffs has really affected. But here I go into here. First thing, I got some SSDs. One came off of Amazon for $23. It's a 512 and it's an NVMe. Then I got an SSD that I got off of AliExpress for $20. This is before taxes. CPU is a Ryzen 5 7500F that I got for $124 off of AliExpress last year. Now, there has been some controversy of how bad or good these was, and I never had a chance to use it, so here it goes. Also, I didn't get a motherboard back in the day. That's why I never used it, but I found a motherboard on Whoop for $100 before taxes. After taxes, $107. That is this B650 Eagle AX. And yeah, it's a full-size motherboard. Let me go up in here for some more parts. Just give me a second. So I got this power supply. It's been opened and tested. I've been testing other parts, and I've been using this as a test power supply. So this is from Raidmax Cobra power. It is a 650 watts. On the tier list, it's pretty bad, and the main reason is I think the PS level is that what they call it, the PS level, whatever, the level that basically tells what the motherboard to do and how it connects. It's like at a 1.20, and I think they're all low. You want them into the 2-second or the 2 millisecond range, and under 5, so like 2 to 3 millisecond range is good. 1 millisecond range is acceptable, but you don't want it that low because it can dip one day, so the PSU can, I think, die quicker. That's why I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing words out there. So all the way at the bottom of my closet under a whole bunch of boxes, I got the Intel Arc A770 that I got from Newegg, and this was during the holiday season. It was only $230. After taxes, it was $246.09. It does have 16 gigabytes of, what is it, DDR6 memory. It is a 2x8 pin on the PCIe. Yeah, I don't know how good this is compared to the B580, but for this price range, as long as it holds up, I think I can make some money back on it. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I know it's somewhere in here. Here we go. DDR5 that I got off of AliExpress, and this was before the tariffs, so this only cost me $60.13. The only problem is 32 gigabytes, but it's only clocked at 5600 megahertz instead of 6000 megahertz, which is still good. It's not bad, and for $60 this was a complete steal. And I got this right before the tariffs. No, I didn't get this before the tariffs. What happened was the tariffs hit, And so they were selling a whole bunch of US products in the US just to get them out. So they were having like crazy deals on a lot of stuff. And I didn't have enough money, but this was one of the things that I got. I was like, I could use it. DDR5 for $60 is, even today, even today is crazy. So, yo, man, this was hell of a deal right here. Hopefully this all goes together. Now I do know this works because I had been testing PC parts, and this is one of them that I put in there to help me test. And so these are 2 working sticks. Now I did get a case. I'm gonna show y'all that later on. The case was Newegg, and it was used, and it was before, I guess, the terrorists. But take 3 on the case. So I did get a case from Newegg, and this was actually before the terrorists, but this wasn't the reason why it was so cheap. This was a used case, and it is the Montech Air 903 Max. And if you don't know, especially with their used items, Newegg does allow you to make offers now. And I just made an offer. It was like $65 before. I made an offer like at 50. They countered it like at 54. I don't know. I got it for $58. So it's another good legit deal that I got. And yeah, so I'm gonna put together this PC that I'm just gonna call Monster, because that was Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, I already did a video kind of with like a Frankenstein thing on it, so you're not gonna get all the spectacular stuff like that. But hey, man, let's just see how it works. Let's see how it games, and let's get to it. Because I was like, it's a lie. I was like, yo, it's a lie. Yeah, I don't know if y'all go see that video. Y'all go see that video. I actually put some effort in it. Yo, it's a lie. Yo, I might do that again, but hey, man, let's get it. All right, so this is the cooler. I don't think I showed it to y'all, but I bought a bunch of these earlier on in the last year, and they're only $17 each. This is DeepCool, so they're not allowed to be sold in the United States anymore. All right, so it's booting into Windows. That's such relief. Y'all don't really know how bad of a month I've been having, but this actually does make it feel better. And yeah, a little disappointed on the parts I use, just mainly because of the case. I'm not really too mad about the Ryzen 7 500F mixed with the A770. I think that's gonna be a cool combination, and I can't wait to test it out. It's just the motherboard and the case is way too nice for these pieces. Also, would y'all in the comments see how much money I can get for this, or how much y'all think I can get for this? I'm thinking around $800. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do some testing, figure out how well the games play, and then go from there. All right, so first I tried it on a high preset with XESS enable ultra quality plus, just crazy. Let's go ultra quality. Let's go quality. Balance. Let's go quality frames. There it is. Oh, that was kind of tight, huh?
Gotcha. Brace yourself. I'll do it.
All right, let's try a different settings now. Let's go if it was high, let's just go medium with quality, and let's see how that actually works. But that doesn't even get us to 60 frames. Sad. Let's see, what can we do here? Yeah, sorry, medium. Not bad. All right, XXX is actually better, and they want balance medium. This is at 1440p, mind you. And here we go. We get some 60 variant. Still low, depending on where you look. I want to get above 60 at 1440p. I feel like this should be a 1440p card. So we're gonna go low with balance, 1440p. There we are. Maintaining 60 frames. Okay, here we go. Let's get into a battle. Like, this is a cut scene right now. This is not good. Thank goodness I actually got to see this cut scene, but this is bad. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, this is bad. No cut scenes allowed. Average 48, my butt. This is average 15. And a cut scene. This is not a 1440p card.
A storm is coming.
Let's dance. Please, fight. Finesse and grace.
For those who come off.
Bro, we did it, and it maintained around 60. Oh man, this is not a 1440p card. It's not a 1440p card, man. Bro, what? Still bad. Cutscene was bad.
Chef.
It looks nice in 1440p. It's just bad. It's bad. I don't get it, bro. 1440p. Darkness. Why do they have me on ultra? I really don't want ultra. All right, everything's on low. No caps. Graphics. Low everything. Huh. Let's try medium. We want to try medium with quality.
I
found a family out here in space.
1440p medium is not bad.
To keep them safe.
A nice deep freeze.
Oh, thought you had me.
Getting hurt.
Oh yeah! Your team is ready to rumble, baby!
Oh, thought you had me.
A shame this was your last.
I got it, yeah. Because I didn't get the jump over there. There's something on.
Resources are nearly tapped out here, too. Sorry.
Supernova!
Great job! You're loading up on resources. Blow up. You've got competition.
All right, y'all. So I just finished all the testing. I got the time spot score 11,969. I paid $723.91. So cent per frame, that's 6 cents per frame. That really sounds real good. But yeah, there is a but to this. Let me get a closer look at the PC. I did like how the PC came out just because I love the case. And it is a Panda. I don't mind Panda builds. It looks like a PlayStation 5 controller right there. But here's the but. The but is the ARC A770 graphics card. I just don't think in 2025 graphics card with 16 gigabytes of VRAM should not be a 1440p card. And this right here is definitely a 1080p card. All my testing I did in 1440p, and I had to use their upscaling just to get all those good scores, which isn't really a problem because their upscaling is getting better. But still, 2025, 16 gigabytes of VRAM should be 1440p. And this right here hovers around it, so it's an entry level. It's gonna be 1080p. You can play it, and that's my only issue because I don't even know what to price it. I'm guessing $800. But I don't know, because when I'm looking in the market, what's a good price for a 1080p PC? And when you look in the market, yeah, the big retail stores, Newegg, Best Buy, yeah, PCs are getting more expensive, which this PC came before tariffs, so there are some tariffs still put into effect. And with graphics card coming down, I'm thinking like PCs is going to stabilize more, and for like $800 you can make a real good 1440p PC. So I don't really know what to really price this now. My thing I'm betting on is it's all new parts. It's also on the AM5 platform, so you got DDR5, and you can do a lot more upgrades in the next 3 years. So I'm just betting on that for the price, because when I was looking on JUHOR, they really don't have a PC built like this. So yeah, I'm just really guessing here now. But yeah, it's your boy Chef Where You Dad, and until next time. Also, if you're wondering why I wanted to put together a brand new PC, it's because I have a video coming up where I try to do quick flips, and I bought like a few PCs from shopgoodwill.com just to see how they were, and to flip them real quick. But one PC in particular gave me so much problems. I just been troubleshooting. And then this PC crashed one time, and I went to an event viewer. I did a dump file. I couldn't find nothing on there. It did say something about memory, but I don't think it's the RAM issue. I think it is just the graphics card drivers, but I just got to do some more testing. And I'm kind of tested out because I've been testing other PCs and troubleshooting other PCs for this last month. That's why I haven't been making that many videos. But all right, y'all, future self. So I figured out what was the issue with the PC. And it was kind of scary at first because I ran OCCT and it came back with a whole bunch of errors. And so I was scared because I thought it was either the CPU or the RAM. that was the issue and was bad. But that wasn't the case. The case was actually with overclocking. So if you don't know, once you hit profile, you overclock the CPU to higher than what it can handle. Because Ryzen 5s are actually meant that only handle 52. Well, not only, but it's recommended to handle 5200 mega transfers per second. And then whenever you hit profile, you actually are going over that overclock, especially if you have 6000 mega transfers per second RAM, right? So I actually downloaded MEM test 86 just to see what was wrong with the RAM, and to my surprise, it actually passed even with the overclock, the original RAM I had in there, but it passed with a yellow warning. Basically, it said RAM may be vulnerable to high frequency ROM hammer bit flips. So that gave me an idea what was the issue. So I put another set of RAM in there, and that RAM actually ran at 6000 mega transfer per second. And I overclocked it, and it passed with flying colors. So I'm like, it might be the RAM. But then I looked at the profile of the new RAM I put in there, and it was actually running at 1.35 voltage for the CPU. So when I went back to the old RAM, I noticed it was running 1.25 volts, which really isn't an issue. That's actually good voltage. And when I do manual overclocks of my RAM, sometimes I bring that voltage down to 1.25 just so it runs cooler, and I still keep it at the 6000 mega transfer per second in my PC, right? Or I actually do 64,000 mega transfer per second, but that's just to keep the CPU. So that's not the issue right there, but that just tells me that the silicone of the CPU, so the CPU is not bad, but the silicone that I got really was bad. It's a lottery when you get CPUs that the silicone can handle higher transfers per second on your RAMs, right? And so yeah, once I redid it and I actually put 1.35 voltage, it passed with flying colors. So I'm actually confident in selling this PC. But yeah, that was just the issue. Just wanted to let y'all know. Peace.